Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Roberto Alt with 586 rating versus Havoc 913 with 703 ratings, so it's going to be another high rated DB video, and let's hop right in. And we are going to have Roberto win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and he's going to get to decide to go first, 40 versus 41. Also, these ratings are like the lowest I would do for high rated, like the absolute lowest. Just want to throw that out there. But the opening hands is Paleo, Candina, Book of Moon, TT, Trap Trick, MST Paleo, and then TT. This isn't bad. So he's going first. This is just, it's a whole bunch of traps in Paleo. There's just no starters, like no Swap Frog, nothing like that. And then he has Foolish Goods, GG, Goods, Ash, and Talons. So the Talents is actually going to be bad for a while. Yeah, he's just going to set back row, pass turn, draw Kieran, activate Foolish Goods. That's going to send Qinglong. Virtual World definitely has the advantage in this matchup. He's going to discard Goods and then summon GG. And then Lulu effect. It's going to send Chuchi, add City, and bring itself out. Imagine if he just went into Fortune Tune. That'd be like actually though. I don't know if there would be an out. He'd have to like TT multiple times. So he's gonna bring out Chuchi from deck. And then Kieran effect on the trap. That's gonna send Nian and Qinglong, bring itself out. He can't use TT on that because it got summoned and then sent the third copy. So the last thing that happened wasn't the summon. Make start as Charge Warrior, draw one, chain TT. He's going to chain Chuchi, draw City off of that. And then pass turn. Draws Pot of Desires. That's a really good top deck. He's going to get hit with Ash though. Quaking Mirror Force, Demise, Dupe Frog. This card adds TT. I don't know how much I like this card though. It's kind of weird. Because then they know you have TT, and TT's a lot. Like, it's not nearly as good if they know about it. Draws GG. Qinglong, add Lulu, discard Talons, and then Lulu effect. It's going to send Qinglong, add Roshi, bring itself out, and then Neon effect. He's going to go battle phase. He's going to attack with both, and he's going to take both, and then GG effect on Lulu. He lets that go through, brings itself out, and then TT on that summon. He might Neon effect just to get Qinglong in deck, since there's a chance that this just isn't going to get to pop anything next turn anyhow. Alright, he doesn't, but Roshi, send Neon, bring itself out, bring out GG, and then he's going to Book a Moon the Roshi, chain Chuchi, target the trap. He's going to chain MST on Chuchi. So then that gets set, end phase, add back Lulu. Yeah, Trap Trick here is just insane because it's going to get both of the Paleos out. Yeah, bring out the Paleo and then... Oh, he plays Reckless Greed. I did not expect that. He didn't banish that the first time, right? Yeah, definitely not. This card is not good. This card wasn't even good back in the day. I remember playtesting Paleo and being like, oh, this card just sucks. It's just a neg 1. Like, if you have 2, then it breaks even slowly. Like, it's not good. Draw Swap Frog. Activate Reckless. Chain Paleo. And then he's going to activate, add Oh, he only plays 2 TT? Really? I feel like he'd play more because, like, Trap Trick, this card searches it. So, good to hard draw. Just gonna overlay into Paleo and attack, which means Zeus is gonna come down. Use that effect. It's gonna grab Book of Moon. And then attack, take 16. Make Zeus. And then Zeus effect, wipe the board, summon swap. And that's gonna send Rodentoden. And then effect, bounce back. And then set to pass. So this dead card's still gonna be a discard. And this Dino-Miscus is nice versus Virtual World. He's gonna Qinglong, add Roshi. Oh wow, he drew E-Telly. His hand's nice. And then discard City. He's gonna activate E-Telly. It's gonna bring out a Lulu from deck. And then Nian bring itself out. Roshi effect on Lulu. He's gonna chain Book of Moon on the Lulu. And then Lulu effect on Nian. Chain Dino-Miscus on Nian. And then chain Paleo. He's gonna get Nian put back. It's gonna put back Chuchi. And then normal summon out Lulu. And then attack over the Paleo. He's gonna get Zeus effect though. Yeah, it doesn't have to go to grave or anything. He didn't equip with this. That really sucks because there's so many things to equip with his deck. He could have equipped any Paleo from deck just to have more Paleos in grave. A Frog in deck to have Frog in grave. This. Totally awesome from the extra deck because that gets its effect when it falls off. So it sucked that he missed that. He's going to summon Swap Frog, effect send swap, and then Rodentoden. That's going to be a totally awesome. And then beat over Lulu. And beat over Lulu. Pass turn, draw Talons. Toad effect on standby. And Havoc's going to admit defeat. So now moving on to the next game. We're going to see Paleo go first again. Opening hand is Heavy Storm Duster, Desires, Fury. Add TT, Pankratops, and then Evenly. So, definitely did not expect to go first this match, because this is not looking too good for him. He can just, like, set a TT pass, depending on what his draws are, which isn't bad. And then, he has Heartbeat's Feather Duster, Nian, City, Roshi, GG. That hand's so good, like, versus a Paleo deck. He's going to add a TT from deck to hand, and then activate Desires, banish 10, and that's going to let him draw a Dupe Frog and Reckless Greed. Not too good. Banishes a couple Frogs, Ice Dragons, Prisons. Gonna set Dupe, set 2 other back row, pass turn, draw Qinglong, Harpy's Feather Duster, chain Reckless. So many Frogs. Does he actually... Yeah, he does have more Frogs in deck. Just making sure. And then City, bring out Chuchi. Activate GG effect. Send Qinglong, bring itself out. And then Qinglong effect, add Lulu. Discard Qinglong, and then Lulu effect. It's going to send Qinglong, add Kieran, and bring itself out. And then Kieran effect. Sending Chuchi, bring itself out. Synchroing in the Stardust Charge, getting a free draw for that. Draws Lulu. Normal summon Lulu. Make Shen Shen. And then attack over the set. I don't think this guy knows what he's doing. Yeah, and then get poked for 2k. End the battle, get hit with Evenly. you can't chain Chuchi because it's end of battle, and this can only be used during main phase. Most people forget that though and try doing it at different times. I've seen it happen at end phase multiple times. Them try to at least. Roshi effect sends City, bring itself out, and bring out GG from grave. Going to Croc, and then Croc is gonna draw Ash Blossom. It sucks that like this should just be engrave, and that they messed up. But I mean, it's not just his fault; it's his opponent's fault too for not realizing. And then end phase GG, add back Roshi. Pass turn, no draw because reckless. Summon out Pinkertops. And then attack, it only has 25 right now. Activate Chuchi effect, which just shouldn't be able to happen, which is triggering because he could have attacked over this. He'd have Heavy Storm Duster out this as a pop. And totally awesome, that can't be destroyed. And he's just throwing it. Effect, pop Croc. He still shuffles back. Wow, and there's not doing that either. Summon out Swap Frog, effect, send swap. Man, I don't get why this happens so often. Like, I understand, like, misplays and stuff happen, but you've, like, really got to, like, pay attention to your opponent. Like, you can't be doing the normal, like, playing DB on the left side, watching Hulu on the right side. Because people are just cheating. So you're going to get cheated if you try to multitask on DB. Overlay for Toad. Set, and then pass turn. Draw City. Toad effect on standby. Or on draw phase, he's going to try to Chuchi effect. Like, he didn't even shuffle back. This shouldn't even be banished. There's so much wrong going on. Now he's going to have to use this. Like, oh man. Because, like, you could target one on the field. Yeah, he targeted the Pinkertops. And then you resolve as much as possible. You shuffle back. And then there's nothing to destroy. So, at least it wasn't, like, too bad. Like, it just traded with this. But, I mean, that also shouldn't have been banished. So, there's, like, a whole bunch that's just wrong here. Toad effect on standby. Chain Ash. Qinglong effect. That's going to add Lulu. And then discard Nian, and then Lulu effect, chain Toad. He's going to set that, which you can do. A lot of people think that you can't Toad set hand effects, but you wouldn't be able to set something like, if they were to like Ash, you can't set that because it's in a different location. Or like Max C, just like stuff like that, like hand traps. It's going to get the add back swap. And then Roshi effect, chain Heavy Storm Duster. And then City, bring out Chuchi. Passes turn. Why would you City bring out Chuchi? You only have one banish card. I guess you just want to get it up there before like Toad comes out, and then it just negates City. Again, no draw, reckless. That was last turn. Normal summon Swap Frog effect. That's gonna dump Dupe Frog. And then Rodentoad bring itself out. He's thinking here, just overlay for Toad. And then switch to attack. He's just going to poke with Lulu and Toad. Getting the damage in while he can. And then summoning Zeus over Toad. Pass turn, draws GG. He's going to activate GG effect. Lets it go through. You kind of have to. If you don't, then they just normal and then effect in hand. Nian bring itself out. And then he's going to use Zeus effect here. Wiping the board. And then he's going to get Toad effect to add back Swap Frog. And Nian effect to put back. And then Qinglong effect. That's going to add Nian. And then discard Nian. End phase GG to add back Lulu. And then pass turn, draw Scapegoat. That's weird. Didn't he detach the wrong things? What did he even detach? Oh, never mind. Because he detached Toad and Swap Frog. Yeah, there wasn't really too much he could have. Yeah. Nah, he needed to detach all three. Obviously, you can't detach all three. He's going to summon, effect, send Rodent Toad in. And then switch to attack. Said, if I had one more frog was game, sad. If you played like Amirage, you could like go into Amirage, Rodent Toad bring itself out, go into Nightmare Phoenix game. If you play Nightmare Phoenix, you know, just like there's got to be like a Link 2 in your deck because of Scapegoat. And then he's gonna get poked. Swap Frog, add itself back. Set it, then pass turn, draw desires. It's a pretty good draw actually. Just being a draw too. But he's going to summon Lulu and then Neon effect, bring itself out. Roshi effect. So he has no interruptions here. This isn't looking good for the Paleo player. No targets to send. Wow. He's just out of cities, Chuchis, and Qinglongs. That is really bad uses of your resources. Because he was Neon. Like, he was using Neon effects. And he was just shuffling back like Shen Shen. For no reason. Banish 10, draw goods and desires, not good draws. Overlay in the break sword, set goods, and then break sword effect, that's going to pop Zeus. And then attack directly for 2k. Then summon Zeus, pass turn, end phase Scapegoat. Then I'm assuming it's also going to be end phase Zeus effect. Nope. Draws Paleo, MST. Goes for Linkuriboh. Is he really just letting him go? Go in the IP. Because he could have just made Cerberus there. Effect pop. Chain Zeus effect ascend. And then just summon swap for game. So like he was really just setting himself up for failure there. Could have just threw the game right there. Depending on this extra deck. Definitely not good. This should have been up here in the extra monster zone for sure. And then set, pass turn, draw goods. It's gonna activate Qinglong, add Roshi, and then discard goods, switch to attack, beat over Swap Frog. And then pass turn, draw Deinonychus. Rodent Totem's gonna bring itself out for a body here. Yeah, it really needs that body of Rodent Totem to be good. Draws a third Roshi. And there's just nothing you can do with them. He just, I don't get how you mess up so bad. He was probably hoping to draw Ash Blossom there. Because he still has one left. You can just normal summon it and then bring back Neon. But he's going to attack over, pass turn. He can like Deinonychus. I just wouldn't do anything because then he just can't put anything else on board. Activate, add TT. Or I mean, he could have activate, chain MST on it, and then Deinonychus on Zeus. After like new chain link, Paleo bring itself out, and then attack for game. So did have game there. Chooses just to not go for it though. And then attack for 3,000, takes it, draws evenly, and now, yeah, I was going to say, he's got to realize it now. If he doesn't, he's going to end up losing. MST, then bring itself out. Yeah, you could have just done that last turn. If you activate a spawn trap, you can, like, destroy it, but you wouldn't be able to, like, Constellar Pleiades, like bounce it back to hand, or like shuffle it into the deck with like a Heat Leo effect, you know. I hope that like clarifies it a little bit. I'm not like the best at judge rulings and explaining why, but I mean, I think it's pretty obvious you could just like pop your own spell and trap when you use it with this, and then TT would have been added, and he did obviously have the TT to search, and then Dynamiscus, so he could have went for game a full turn before, and if his opponent drew Ash, this could have been a completely different game. So that misplays on both sides, like the Chuchi being banished, that's a misplay on both sides. That's not just the virtual world player's fault. Then there's like that Chuchi just led to a whole bunch of wrong things. And then this game he could have just went for a game like a full turn earlier, and he almost just threw, and virtual world would have taken him to game 3, and it would have been rough. But let's see how long the match was. It was like 55 minutes long. That's kind of insane for just a 2-0. Like that's trap decks for you. Cool to see Scapegoat. Definitely did not expect that. I felt like I expected extravagance way more than a Scapegoat. I also feel like this shouldn't be in his deck. This card's just not crazy. We even saw it there just being a neg. You have to have like all 3 in a row for it to be a +1. But then you're also setting traps to do that +1. So you're waiting a turn for the +1. So it's like even, and that's if you have all 3. Like it's not really that good. There's not like super long games nowadays, and like you're not gonna have a whole bunch of Paleos engraved and like trap trick in the Reckless and then bring out 2 Paleos. I feel like that just never happens anymore. You're not playing like Marilla or anything. But that's gonna be it for the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. The DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day.